Good morning, and welcome to this week's edition of Marquette in Motion. We're your hosts, Hallie Kilberg
and Miranda Peters.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone.
And for those of our listeners who don't speak Spanish, that means the 5th of May.
And since it's 11:45, that means it's time to start our show. Today, in segment 2, guest reporter Landon Storm will be here discussing the 2nd and 3rd grade field trip.
Then Justina will be here with all the hype for tomorrow's spring concert.
And after that, the boys will be here with the updates from spring sports.
And to start off segment 3, Maura and Molly will be here with this week's senior interview.
And of course, Miranda and I will be looking ahead, informing you on all the happenings at Marquette.
But before we look ahead, it's important that we look back to last week and shine a light on a couple of Marquette students who experienced some very successful competitions over the last weekend.
Freshman Julian Nam traveled out to the state math competition last Saturday, competing against many other high schoolers.
Julian was able to take home the bronze from this competition,
bringing a third-place plaque back to Marquette.
And Julian was not the only student reaching some new heights.
At the Bellevue meet on April 17th, Caleb Schrader high-jumped at an all-time best, 6 feet and 3 inches.
This jump was high enough to qualify him for the Drake Relays, a meet for the 24 best track athletes in a particular event in Iowa, regardless of class.
Although Caleb did not have a personal best day of jumping, he nonetheless was able to attend the meet of many track athletes' dreams and able to represent Marquette.
Congratulations to both Caleb and Julian on a job well done.
And the decision for making the NHS is now done too.
The National Honor Society, also known as NHS, will be receiving some new recipients this coming week.
The National Honor Society is the nation's premier organization established to recognize outstanding high school students.
More than just an honor roll, NHS serves to recognize those students who have demonstrated excellence in the areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. These characteristics have been associated with membership in the organization since its beginning in 1921.
This year's newly inducted members, which were hand-selected by the Marquette NHS committee staff, included sophomores Eviana Berthel, Hallie Kilberg, Miranda Peters, and Avery Sieverding.
Juniors Amy Sieverding, Macy Kramer, Gwen Davis, Lauren Sieverding, Ethan Pfiffner, and Garrett Krieg.
As well as seniors Lexi Swain and Maddie Anderson.
Congratulations to the newly inducted members for your dedication to scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
And thank you for your dedication to our show. Your reward? More Marquette in Motion right after the break.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now is guest reporter Landon Storm informing us on the 2nd and 3rd grade field trip.
On Wednesday, May 9th, 2nd and 3rd grade students will be traveling to the Heritage Center at the University of Dubuque to attend a musical about the brothers who invented the airplane. The show, The Wright Brothers, those daring young men and their flying machine, will be performed by the New York company Fresh Brood Productions. This wonderful musical, filled with great songs, action, and humor, brings the Wright brothers to life and to flight once again. Themes and takeaway messages of the show include perseverance, the value of inventive thinking, teamwork, history, brotherhood, and loyalty. Following the show, the students will have an opportunity to do some tinkering of their own as they visit the Creative Adventure Lab, getting to play with a magnetic wall maze, light tables, giant light pegs, architectural planks, rock wall, and Legos, just to name a few. And now I have to let go of the microphone for Marquette in Motion. This has been your guest reporter, Landon Storm.
Thanks, Landon. Now let's take a trip over to Justina and see what she has to say about the spring concert.
On Sunday, May 6th, Marquette High School and middle school choirs will be having a spring concert at 3 p.m. in the MEC. The high school choir will be singing Africa, arranged by Roger Emerson, Longest Time by Billy Joel, arranged by Kirby Shaw, and How Far I'll Go from Moana. The 7th and 8th grade girls will be singing 1,000 Years by Christina Perry, arranged by Andy Beck. The 7th and 8th grade boys will be singing My Girl by Smokey Robinson, arranged by Roger Emerson. Both 7th and 8th grade choirs will be singing Let Me Ride, arranged by Roger Emerson. The 6th grade choir will be singing Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw, arranged by Lojeski, and Ride the Chariot, arranged by Dan Schwartz. At the end of the concert, all Marquette choir guys will be singing Stand By Me by Ben E. King, arranged by Emerson. After the guys, all Marquette choir girls will be singing Lean on Me, the Glee version. We hope you can come to our concert Sunday afternoon to support the fine arts at Marquette. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Justina Dunlinger.
Thanks, Justina. And here now are the guys with the sports report.
Thanks, girls. Beginning with last Thursday, the boys' golf team traveled to Wapsie Oaks, where they were led by Marcus Pruill with a score of 50. He was followed closely by Hunter with a score of 51, Alec with a 52, and Tristan with a 57.
The girls' track team also traveled to Marion that day. Here, Annika Frank had an impressive place finish in the 800-meter run.
And last Friday, April 27th, the boys' track team traveled to Maquoketa. Here, Jeb had a third-place finish in a 3,200-meter run, and the newly formed Marquette Weightman's Relay took home gold.
Starting out this week, the boys' golf team traveled to Pin Oaks for the Tri-Rivers Conference meet. At this 18-hole meet, Marcus led the team with a score of 102, and Alec and Tristan tied with scores of 105.
The girls' team also had a meet that day where Justina led the team, scoring 53. This was followed by a 59 from Beatrice and a 63 from Hannah.
On Monday, April 30th, the boys' soccer team also had action, beating West Branch 1-0 at home. Also, Tuesday brought about another round of girls' golf action with an 18-hole meet at Plum River. Here, Justina led the team again with a score of 108. Beatrice scored 117, and Hannah had a 126.
On Tuesday was a girls' soccer game against Northeast at home, where the Marquette girls came out with a fantastic win of 4-1.
The boys, who took on Prince of Peace that night, also had an impressive showing, beating the Fighting Irish 6-1.
Thursday brought about a round of cancellations and postponements, as the Tri-Rivers Conference track meet was postponed for next Monday due to bad weather, and the soccer games for that evening were canceled due to poor field conditions and will not be made up.
However, we'll make it back up here with all the sports results next week. From Marquette in Motion, this has been Jeb Schwager
And Garrett Krieg
with your Marquette Sports Report.
Thanks, guys. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Marquette in Motion right after the break. Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now are Molly and Maura with this week's senior interview.
Hi, I'm Maura Tracy.
And I'm Molly Minster. We are here with our senior interview, Blaine Banowitz.
Hi, Blaine. Could you tell us a little about yourself?
I'm Blaine Banowitz, and I like to play sports, and I like to go outdoors.
What events are you involved in here at Marquette?
I'm involved in basketball and baseball.
What are you planning on doing after you graduate from high school?
I plan on going to the University of Northern Iowa to study business management.
Do you have a favorite memory from your time at Marquette?
I'd say hitting the buzzer-beating shot against the Bellevue Comets in basketball.
What is your favorite subject?
Math.
Who is your favorite teacher?
Mrs. Storm.
Who has been your favorite role model throughout your high school career?
My favorite role model has been Mr. Storm.
With about a month left of school, what emotions are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty happy just because I'm ready to graduate.
What are you going to miss most about being in high school?
Not being able to play sports anymore.
Do you have any plans for the summer?
I plan on working and playing baseball.
Now for some fun questions.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you choose to go?
I'd go to Montana.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is pizza.
Favorite color?
Orange.
Favorite animal?
Dog.
Do you have any hobbies?
No, not really.
Finally, is there a quote or some advice you'd like to leave your younger classmen with?
To always try hard in school and do well in school and enjoy your time in high school because it only lasts for 4 years.
Thanks, Blaine. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Maura Tracy.
And Molly Minster with this week's senior interview.
Thanks, girls. Now Hallie and I will be looking ahead.
Tomorrow night is the spring concert, which will begin at 3 o'clock p.m. in the MEC.
Monday, there will be a boys and girls soccer game at home starting at 4 p.m.
Also on Monday, there will be a golf meet at Pin Oak Pub starting at 9 o'clock a.m.
The pre-K through 5th grade variety show will begin at 6:30 p.m. in the MEC.
On Tuesday, there will be an NHS induction ceremony at 8:30 a.m.
And the golf team will be traveling to Edco to play in their meet at 4 p.m.
There will be a boys and girls soccer game at West Dubuque starting at 5:15.
The junior high girls will have their conference meet at Edco, and the boys will have their meet at Macokota.
Wednesday, the 2nd and 3rd grade classes will take a field trip.
Also, athletic awards night will start at 7 p.m.
Also on Wednesday, there will be a boys soccer game at home against DeWitt.
And the girls soccer team will travel to Waller to play at 4:15 p.m.
On Thursday, there will be a state qualifying track meet at Edco.
Friday, there will be a boys golf meet at Midland starting at 10 a.m.
And also on Friday, there will be a boys and girls soccer game at home starting at 4 o'clock p.m.
And thanks for kicking back and spending this time with us. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Miranda Peters.
And Hallie Kilberg.
And remember, stay informed, stay involved, stay
in motion.